Hey everyone, it's Anna here. Today we're going to be talking about how to create an effective website and brand consistency across social media. As you probably are learning in the most recent module, your website needs to hook your ideal client with a killer tagline. It needs to be clear, it needs to be easy to navigate, and I highly recommend you have an opt-in. So let's have a look at this website that I designed for my client Janine. Straight up, you can see what Janine does by her tagline. Her tagline is really straightforward and clear. It lets you know that Janine is a marketing coach for women in business. And within the first 5 seconds of being on her website, you know what she does and how she can help you. Now, looking at the top menu here, we have tried to keep this really minimal so that there's only a limited amount of options for people to choose from so that you get them clicking quicker. So you will also notice that we don't have a home link in the main menu. I honestly think that's a bit outdated now, and most people use their logo at the top of the website as a home button. Once again, just keep that top menu as minimal and clean as possible. Moving down, we've got this main image here of Janine. So let's take a second to talk about how you can brand your headshots. When I was working with Janine, she had some concerns because she didn't feel like she fit into the typical mold of a businesswoman, which I think is a bit outdated now, because I think when back in the day we thought of a businesswoman as someone in a power suit with high heels, lipstick, but today I think it's totally different. And Janine was kind of concerned. She was like, I don't want to get my full hair, full makeup. I don't want to be wearing a suit. And my advice to her was don't do it. Be the real you. And it goes back to the whole authentic voice kind of thing, where I think it's more important to be you in your business rather than what you think you should be. So Janine went along to her photo shoot, and she was really casual and really comfortable, but still really professional. And she did something really clever as well, which helped brand her headshots. She used accessories such as scarves, notebooks, even her shoes to match the colors of her brand. So she would wear, as you can see in this picture, she's wearing the scarf with a bit of a blue and purple. She wore her Converse sneakers in some of the shots, and they were purple. So she tied in that element of branding in her headshots to make it really recognizable and consistent. So I would definitely keep that in mind when getting your headshots done. Moving on, we can see here she has another bit of a tagline to hook her ideal client. Once again, it's really clear, it's really concise that she's speaking to her target audience. She is a marketing coach for female entrepreneurs who are ready to level up. There's no denying what she does, it's all out there. So down here, we also have a fairly prominent sign-up box for her opt-in. Once again, building that list is so essential. So I would make it quite prominent on your website. Underneath here, she's got a little space for more text to tell her ideal client how she can help them. And down here, she's got her first 3 packages really clear, just so that the user doesn't have a lot of time to think about these things. They're just intuitively clicking and keep them going. I did mention pop-ups in the module, and I really think they are useful. I know they can seem somewhat annoying, but I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons. Because the pro is that you're going to capture your ideal audience and get them to subscribe to your list. which is huge. So I would definitely suggest putting a pop-up on your website, letting your tribe know, if you sign up, I will give you this for free. It's totally an ethical bribe, but it's okay. Now, speaking of opt-ins, this is the opt-in that I designed for Janine. I know it seems a bit silly to pay for something to be designed that you're going to give away for free, but it is an investment in your brand. It is going to make your tribe feel so special when they receive something for free that seems so valuable. So this is Janine's little ebook. Her ebook is about 4 to 6 pages. It's not huge, but it is beautifully designed. And it goes back to that saying in the previous module, how can I delight my customers? And by creating something totally beautiful and filled with knowledge and giving it to your tribe for free is how you can delight them. And once again, you are creating a recognizable brand with your consistency. Moving on to social media. I think it's really important, once again, to carry that consistency of your brand onto all channels. That means on your Facebook page, making sure your timeline image and your profile picture are aligned with your brand. Now, shareable content that is branded, I think, is essential. These are 3 different templates that I created for Janine so that she can then open them in Canva and type in whatever she likes on these images and then post them on Facebook and Instagram. So on these images, she could type in inspirational quotes, business tips, any current promotion she's having, whilst keeping it consistent with her brand. Plus, the whole idea of shareable content is once people start liking and sharing your posts, that's how you create that organic reach, which is what we all want. And each image has her website on it, so the source will never be lost. And then hopefully that will generate more new likes, more shares, and a more recognizable brand. And getting a graphic designer to create a few images like this for you, I think is so smart. It will save you trying to piece something together, and it will keep it all consistent. And in, say, 6 months' time, you can approach your designer and say, hey, I want 3 new images to give it all a bit of a refresh. So I think that's a really great idea. Now, let's have a bit of a recap here. So let's talk about getting social but keeping it on brand. So when it comes to Instagram, I think it's really good to be mindful of your brand, and especially your brand colors in your photograph. Just always have that brand in the back of your mind, what your voice is, what your why is, and what your brand visual is. If you follow Denise Duffield-Thomas, Lucky Bitch as she's known, you will know that she puts that blue color into everything she does. Her laptop's blue, her nails are often blue, her clothes are blue, and that's her brand. And if you see that color, you know it's her. So that is a very clever way to consistently kind of send that brand message to your tribe. Another way to do it is to make sure all your images are styled in the same way. And that would probably be really handy if you were selling products online. So if you had an Instagram feed and made sure you took photos always on the same spot or with the same kind of white space, just to make it recognizable to your brand. As we mentioned, create templates for shareable content as well. I think the key to crafting a recognizable brand across all channels requires 3 things, and they are frequency. So once again, taking every single opportunity you can to embroider your brand into everything you do. Consistency, once again, the same thing. And relevance, keeping it aimed towards your ideal client in everything you do. I know you guys can do this. If you have any questions, please post them in the Facebook group. I would love to help. Thanks.